Hi, I'm Emerald. I am a self-taught artist, and I wanted to show you my work from college to now. I did take like an art one in high school. I don't have any of my high school work anymore though. We lost it in a move, so it just doesn't exist anymore. But here we go. Here we go. So here's some of my drawings that I did in college. So I think started like 14, 13-ish. This one was in 2013, I believe. It's one of my favorites. She's so cool. Eventually I am going to hang that and mat it. Here is one that I did. I hate drawing hair, so that's why she's bald. Yeah, just flipping through. Some of these I turned into acrylic paintings. Some of these, they just are sketches and ideas, and there's a lot of unfinished work in here, and that's okay. Hair. Um, I would like to finish the line eventually, but whatever. Turn that elephant into a painting. Some unfinished books. I really like doing portraits in pencil. So these are all just pencil, and I get a little too invested in drawing, and it takes me forever, and I get really super perfectionist, and if they're not perfect, I hate them and I don't want to do it. So I decided to switch mediums and do watercolor. So this was 22, 21, 22-ish, but just starting. I had no control. My watercolor was not great, and I was trying to follow some YouTube videos and stuff, but that's Kobe Bean. There he is. And it just, some of the things turned out okay. I learned a decent amount, but some of it was not good, and that's okay. I was very much learning. I liked the process, but I was getting frustrated by my materials and the fact that I felt like everything looked awful. This was in 2022. I actually really love this. I did this on campus at UNCW, and I love each little sketch that I did in the little page layout. I'm a UNCW alum, so just some things from around the house. There's Kobe Bean napping as a baby. Some things were starting to look a little better. Still experimenting, still very much learning. Everything I've learned, it's kind of been just through the process or through working with the materials. Did some portraits. She turned out okay. I was pretty happy with her. A little Charleston house, some loose flowers, an expressive, colorful Kobe Bean. Playing around some tutorials from Lacey, who does the watercolor tutorials, some Christmas gnomes. I really like those. Then I was starting to actually learn some control and practice. Then I tried gouache, and this was bad. I hated it. This was going on to 2023. Still following YouTube tutorials. So that was the same YouTube tutorial from this painting. So a lot more water control, a lot more ability to layer, and I was starting to get better. This was the first thing I painted by myself, just from a photo reference, and I was pretty excited about that. I love my whale. I love it so much. I need to take that out and hang it up somewhere. Some on-site drawings, some little birds and wildflowers. Sunflowers are my favorite. There's Kobe Bean again. Oh, there he is. Some pictures from Venice, some loose silhouettes, some loose flowers. I actually really love how this one turned out. And then I played with it being expressive, and what if it didn't really have any form? I don't know what this was. This is just colored paper. Some flowers, some loose expressive flowers. Just playing with layering different colors. There he is chilling in the grass. My boy, some bad portraits, some doodles, some bad doodles. And here we are. That is the end of that. Then 2023, some Christmas cards that I painted and practiced in, and also some not great things. It's okay. This chicken is my friend's chicken. The chicken's name is Red, and she tried to attack me. Very much remember her. I also got stranded in South Dakota. It was during that global IT outage. Not fun. And then this is this year. We have jumped ahead to 2025 finally. So this is when I started being a little more consistent in my watercolor practices. I had a streak going that I was painting every single day, and most of these sketchbooks have everything in it, but a few I've pulled out a few things, so there might be some jumps, but did some little miniatures, some tree practice, a lot of the beach. I live at the beach. I love it. It's always going to be a subject. I'm missing my turtle here, but the lobster, a little rainy ducky, jellyfish with florals coming out of its head, because why not? And then the coastal beach and coastal marsh scenes started to become a thing and started to become an obsession. I still love them. They're something I very much love to paint. And then I finished the sketchbook how I started one of the other sketchbooks. And this year, y'all have seen a lot of these, but I really feel like I've grown a ton in my watercolor ability. I understand layering it a lot more. That was a YouTube tutorial. It's really popular. But I have been able to actually use it to make my own designs. That's one of my favorites in the book. That is also one of my favorites in the book. I like a lot of them. I'm not gonna lie. But more beach scenes. I did this on site at the beach with my travel kit. I started using my hand-poured mini palette and taking it with me. And I love the small sketchbooks. This was Peggy's Cove in Halifax in Nova Scotia. And I did this more recently, but this was from my trip up there. You could just pick a starfish out from the harbor. This is that one's my favorite in there. Yeah. So I have grown a lot. You can learn a lot. If you're still with me, hi. This was what I did recently for a Christmas gift. It turned into a little recipe card. I did this at Luna and Loose Flowers.